So after the 2003 season, we went out, we made a change in coaches, brought in Lovey, and basically had to strip down the team and start all over again, more so on the defensive side, because it was, implementing a new style of defense, which is the same scheme that they're using now, basically the same scheme. And, Greg Bloch was the defensive coordinator, a good guy, good friend of mine, under Dick Duran, and Greg's philosophy on defense versus Lovey's was like a total 180. I mean, if you go back and you look at those lines we had under Greg Bloch, it's like one defensive lineman that we had that was under 300 pounds, and that was Alex Brown for Dick's last year, 2003. And Alex was like 248, 250 pounds, but all those other guys, Ted Washington, Keith Traylor, they were pushing 375. Philip Daniels was over at the other end. He was about 320. And then some backups were 3 bills and better. So it was a big 4-man front that really played a 3-man front type of scheme, and that they were doing a lot of two-gapping to free things up for the linebackers, Brian Urlacher and such. So then when Lovey came in, we're going to implement Lovey's Tampa 2, and you need an entirely different type of defensive lineman. You got to get a more athletic defensive lineman. So we got rid of all those guys except Alex Brown, and then had to bring in new guys. We drafted 2 guys that first year, Tommy Harris in the first round, Tank Johnson in the second. We had to go out and sign some players. But we got guys that ended up being fits, for the scheme. So, but it was hard doing that. And luckily when we came in, we had 2, actually we had 3 fits for the linebacker. We had, Brian Urlacher for the Mike, Lance Briggs to play the Will, and Hunter Hillermeyer to play the Sam linebacker.